This is Mike Steingraber with your weekly market update, February 20th, 2026. Hope everybody's having a great week. We're going to start off here talking about old crop corn. March futures closed today at 427.5. A little bit of a rebound from the week. Started off on Tuesday having a short week for the markets with President's Day on Monday. Closed down 5.5 cents Monday, finished up penny and 3/4 today. So 427.5 of your March futures. Starting to see a little bit of carry open up there from March to May. May closed up like 3.5 cents, so kind of starting to widen that gap. It's turning into need to see more usage. See what kind of numbers USDA comes out with. As far as new crop corn goes, we closed at 464.5 December futures. It's up 3 cents today. We've kind of been preaching it here, I think, lately, but you're in that, over $4 range, 415 to 420. It's a good time to start locking some numbers in there, getting some of your new crop started on pricing if you haven't already. On to beans. It's been a little quiet on beans after we had a pretty good run up there the last couple weeks. Probably a little bit of a pullback. I think we closed down a little bit from opening of the week, but overall we closed 1137.5 on old crop beans. Again, there's a little bit of carry widening out there, some too, from the May futures. March closed down 3.5 cents. May was down 2 3/4. You had about a half cent difference there on how that's going. And that kind of all is going to tie in together. See how much China does buy on that side of things. See how that all progresses throughout this time frame. South American weather is being a big mover of the beans, kind of weighing down on it or moving it up depending on what's going on down there. So stuff to keep an eye on going forward. Planning intentions coming out in the near future to keep an eye on some of that stuff. As far as new crop beans goes, same deal as corn. We got some pretty decent numbers out there considering what we were selling at, I think, in fall harvest this year. So if you haven't started locking some in, we're pushing somewhere in the 1030 range for the most part for new crop beans. It's like I said, I think it's a pretty good number to get locked in. A lot of things can happen, but if you haven't started your marketing for this next crop, even though you don't have it in yet, if you know you're gonna have something, it's a good time to start putting some of that those numbers out there to work for you. And on that note, our average price program is still working here, so sign-ups going on that. So if you haven't yet, it's a good idea to sign up on that program for ours. And then as far as wheat, old crop wheat actually had a pretty good jump today, closed up 14 cents. We're getting into the upper fours on price for that. And then so futures closed at 573.5. That carry's actually kind of going the other way around now a little bit. And new crop wheat, we're getting pretty close to that $5 range. So that's I think that's a lot of farmers' numbers on new crop wheat. If you want to lock some in, that we're at 587.5. That was up 13 cents today too at the close for the week. So in my particular area, we don't have a lot of wheat, but if you've got wheat planted this year and you haven't contracted some of that, that might not be a bad idea to throw some offers out there at that $5 range, because like I said, we're not too far off. I would say some places we're only 10 to 13 cents off that we could hit that $5 mark. So if that's the number in your back of your head, call your merchandiser and get some numbers put out there. 510, 520. Work your way up. If we see a big bounce in the wheat market, that's a good place to go. So, that's all I got for you this week. Thank you very much, and have a good week ahead.